super pleased to be here today with Griff, founder and CEO of Combat FLOPS.
Welcome to the HQ.
Thank you very much. And this is our first ever segment of Warrior's Way. So Griff, 275 Ranger, I'd like to ask you a couple questions. Just really the theme here is to see what makes effective people tick and to add something back to our community database to make us all more effective and stronger. So with that in mind, please share your morning ritual.
So my morning ritual, it's evolved over the years, but I'm a big fan of intention, setting your intent for the day. And so that's what I learned. So every morning I get up, I come downstairs, I try to meditate. I use an app called Buddhify. So I just cycle through my meditations and I find one that I like. And then I journal. So the first thing I write down is I write down my intent for the day, like what I truly intend to do with my day, and then the quality to cultivate that I want to cultivate during the day, whether it's listening, awareness, articulation, focus. And then I write down 3 things I'm thankful for. So whether it's a person or a thing, and if it's a person, I immediately text them or send them an email, just letting them know I'm thankful for them. And then right below that, I write a spot that says good things that'll happen today, or good things that happen today, because if you believe that good things will happen today and you leave open space for it, good things will happen that day. So I leave a space open for that, which I reflect on the next day. And then I write down my game changers, a professional one and a work one. Because our lives get so full of stuff that, we have 50 other things to do, but there's really 1 or 2 things that get me closer to my goal that I really want to be, like that I really want to do or get toward in the year, or the lifetime. And if I just do that one thing today and everything else goes undone, I'll be totally cool. So I really focus on writing down my game changer and making that my priority for the day.
Wow.
So that's my morning ritual.
That's how long does that take you?
It probably takes me, including meditation, about 10 minutes.
Fantastic.
And it is the best thing I've been doing. I've been doing it solidly for the past 90 days. And I've already clocked through my 3-month and 1-year goals.
Wow. Awesome.
Right on. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thanks, man.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Another thing, trying to get inside the mind of the warrior, but when you're in that suck factor, when the shit really hits the fan, and you're in a dangerous and scary environment where you don't maybe have Momo to protect you, where does your mind go?
I think I talk about this a lot of times. It's called using friction to your advantage. And so there was a story of an old Vietnam platoon leader describing how he survived a close ambush, and he used the analogy of a race car. And a race car has 2 wings. But they're upside down. They're the spoilers. So the faster the car goes, the more friction it causes, which then pushes the car to the ground, which then applies more traction to the tires. So that way you can apply more power, which then allows you to go faster. And so typically when I feel the suck, when I feel it being painful around me, I just realize that it's just because we're going really fast. And the only thing I can do is just grab the wheel confidently and mash the foot to the floor and go faster.
Ranger!
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, that's just like whenever it's just really bad, sometimes the only way to get through hell is just straight up through it. And that's what I just keep in my mind. It's like, all right, I'm currently in a bad spot. I'm going somewhere good. Let's get there fast. So.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Kindred spirit.
Yeah.
Call sign. What's your call sign?
Oh man, it varies by the day. Mine back in the day was Lima Alpha 7-5, so 7-5. But sometimes around here I go by Griff. So I believe that nagging is a form of leadership, and if your partners and employees aren't mocking you, you haven't reinforced your principles enough. So I go by Griff.
Love it, love it. I'm asking the wrong person this because you have fun with everything you do in your life, but how do you have fun?
So right now it's hanging out with my kids. I've really enjoyed being able getting through that phase of entrepreneurship where you don't feel like you're constantly stressed for work, and I get to hang out with my girls, which is awesome. So my daughter's in volleyball, other daughter are going to get her into archery, and then for my me time, I mountain bike or I hunt or I hike. So
what are you hunting these days?
Archery, elk, bear, deer.
Sweet. I was going to ask you something that people don't know about you that you might like to share, but I'm going to volunteer one thing, which is that I don't think you purchased meat the last 2 years. Yep. Everything been hunted.
Which then goes into the thing that most people don't know about me. I love cooking.
Okay.
Right. So I love butchering animals. So everything from being out in the field, taking it ethically, to dropping it, to keeping the meat clean, to bringing it back, and like literally right here, off this post, we skinned this big, beautiful 6-point buck, and
Wow.
taught my girls how to butcher meat and how to store it and how to freeze it. And then when you go through all that process, when you're cooking food, you really take the time and the care and the preparation to make it come out right, so that way you can serve it to your friends and family.
Wow.
So I really like that whole process of cooking.
Very cool. Yeah, very cool. What's an achievement that you'd like to share that you're proud of?
I think the biggest achievement that I'm proud of right now is that, we're actually making the idea work of combat flip-flops.
Mm-hmm.
It is possible to
Mm-hmm.
manufacture products in war zones and use the profits to put little girls in school, and it's a sustainable model. So
Yeah.
I'm really proud of that, and the entire team's come behind it.
Yeah.
Andy and Donald and Jill and Charity and everybody else, they've really done a fantastic job.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, I remember that was a gleam in your eye.
Oh
And,
man. If you don't know this, Steve was actually the first one dumb enough to fall for it.
Who makes flip-flops in Afghanistan? But the last question that I'd like to ask you today, Griff, is if you were talking to a younger version of yourself, we're battle-hardened and learn lessons as we go along, what would you offer to your younger self?
It's tough because I like to go fast, but I think I would tell myself to slow down,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then the fact that I have to say in slowing down, I think that you'll be just a little bit more aware of your surroundings, and then you can position yourself better to go fast. So whether it's awareness or consciousness or taking a little bit more time to plan,
Mm-hmm.
but just kind of taking that initial stutter step before ready, fire, aim, it's
Mm-hmm.
literally ready, aim, fire.
Mm-hmm.
Figuring that out.
Beautiful.
I could go back and tell myself that.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, many times for
Yeah.
me.
And I'd probably have to do it about 1 billion times because I was stupid. Young Ranger.
Ranger! Anything else that you want to share?
Nah, I just I'm really excited about veterans getting out there in entrepreneurship. And it's a grind. It sucks, but in the end, it's worth it. You're going to learn a lot about yourself and others and your leadership style. And if you get to the other side, it's going to take you to a very, very unique place that most others don't exist.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Griff.
brother. Appreciate it.